Alright guys, so I'm back with another quick video. Now I gotta be straight up with y'all, man. I was not planning on covering the iPhone 16 because I'm not upgrading. So I'm gonna go ahead and spoiler alert you guys right now. I am not upgrading. I don't see a need to upgrade. I have an iPhone 15 right here and I just don't see a need to upgrade. But I felt like, you know what, this is YouTube. You know, this is what we do here. So I was like, let's just talk a little bit about the iPhone 16. And again, I'm only talking about the iPhone 16, the standard one, because I never upgrade to the Pro or the Pro Max and all that. I just stick with the standard iPhone because I feel like the standard iPhone is way more than enough to get every single thing done that you need to get done. Whether that be a little bit of content creation, having a good camera, and just running your whole life off of your device. And to be honest with you guys, one of the main reasons why I'm not going to be upgrading is because I have an iPhone 15 and I don't feel like this phone is obsolete just yet. Also, because I don't upgrade my phones anymore based on like certain specs when it, whether that be like the camera, the new chip and all that. I used to upgrade my phones like that. I used to say, well, I want the newest phone. I mean, the newest camera. I want the newest chip and this and that and the third. But over the years, I kind of got away from that. And even for the past like 9 months to a year now, I haven't really been using my iPhone for content creation and my phone has been doing really well. I was taking a look at this earlier today while I was in here recording videos. I was taking a look at this earlier today and it says my first use on my battery was October 2023. That's what it says here. And it says my battery health is normal and it says I'm at a max capacity. If y'all could see that, let me try to get this to show. It says I'm at a max capacity of about 90%. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember back in the day when I would use my iPhone solely for content creation and just kind of trying to play games and just doing all of the tech stuff on my phone. My battery health after about a year would probably be around like 87 to 86%. But now I'm at 90% after a year. And I just know that if I could continue to not use my phone for content creation and just use my cameras and stuff, I know for a fact that this phone is going to last me for a good minute. But that brings me to the iPhone 16, man. Again, I'm not upgrading this year. I'm just going to keep my black 256 and I'm just going to rock out, man. But again, there is some nice features. I'm looking at it over here on the screen. There is some nice features that the iPhone 16 does have. But some of those features, I just don't feel like I need them. I just don't need them because, again, I'm using cameras and I'm not using phones for content creation. The only time I do use my phone for content creation, and I got to be straight up, is when I'm doing like shorts because I use my phone for that. But really, that's kind of neither here nor there. I don't always do shorts. But if I do a short, typically I do use my phone. But for the most part, I stay away from that. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to look at the iPhone 16 today. Just kind of talk about it, give a little bit of my thoughts on it, man, and then just jump out of here. So right here, it says iPhone 16, Hello Apple Intelligence. Says starting from $799. Some of the highlights. And I'm assuming these highlights, because I picked the iPhone 16, I'm assuming that some of this stuff is across the board for the 16, 16 Pro, and Pro Max. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to assume that. But right here it says the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence, personal, private, and powerful. So obviously you're going to get that new Apple Intelligence if you go with the iPhone 16. Do I need that in my 15? No, I really don't. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Right here it says you get the camera control button and all of that good stuff. Now I do think that camera control button, I think that's a really good little thing to add to the iPhone. But at the same time, is it really needed? To be honest with you, man, I feel like it is, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's not really like that serious to have that little camera button integrated. Now, some people may say otherwise. People who really use their phones for photography, like in diehard, get in there in the weeds with the photography and all of that good stuff, man. I can see how you could want that little additional feature on your phone, man. But for the most part, I can make do with my iPhone 15. I don't really need that, but it is a good feature, and I am glad that they brought that to the camera, to the phone, and I want to see what that's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying, going forward in the future, like maybe the iPhone 18 or something like that. What is that gonna look like? Right here it says get the highlights. So we got the new A18 chip. Okay, obviously we know every single one of Apple devices, let's say iPhones, are always up to par. So even if you had a 14 right now, that chip in the 14 is still holding up in 2024. I guarantee you. And the reason why I say that is because my wife has 2 iPhone 14 Pros. She has one for personal, one for business. And both of those phones still right now to this day, they look brand new, they perfect, and they run so smooth that she don't even feel like she needs to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? That she uses she uses her phones for content creation, podcasting. I mean, she does everything with her devices. And she swear by those iPhone 14 Pros, man. So, you know, I can just tell you right now, this A18 chip is fast, but the iPhone 14 chip, the chip that's in iPhone 14 is still up to par right now. And obviously the chip in this 15 is still fast. You know what I'm saying? What else they got here? Obviously, you got, it says a big boost in battery life. Now, I think the battery life thing is always going to be a plus. Anytime you're running these devices, I feel like that battery life is always going to be a plus. Anytime you can get a boost in the battery, that is always a welcomed feature. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to go too deep into that. So let's take a look at some of these colors. Now, I will say that this green color right here, now this right here look kind of hard. And I do like the camera bump on this, and I like that the cameras are up and down, you know what I'm saying, versus like this. I do like that, but you know, nothing wrong with this. That color do look nice. And yes, I think they do have that little wheel button on the side right there for the camera. I think that's pretty good right there. I think we're going to get the action button. Is that the action button now on the 16? Okay, let's look at these colors right quick. Then we got this purple. That purple looks pretty fire. Pink, you know, I'm not a fan of that. You got the white one. That pink do look, I mean, it looks good though, but I'm just not a fan. Pink ain't my color. The white one looks nice. And then obviously I would always go with that black one, because for some reason this black one right here, this black slate right here, if y'all can see that, black color, whatever this is, man, it's fire. Now it says 6.1 and 6.7 inches. So you got it in plus, and then you got the 6.1. And I do think that the 16 Pro, I think it got bigger if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 6.3. Don't quote me though. I think it's like 6.3 or something like that. So obviously you got your Apple Intelligence, AI opening possibilities. That says coming this fall. This whole explore new tools that help you write, focus, and communicate. That little piece, it says boost your productivity, express yourself visually and all that stuff. And a new era for Siri. Like all of that stuff is good to have. And I will say that could be something that if you were on the fence about jumping from the 15 to the 16, would that be a reason to jump? Kind of, sort of, but you know, not. You wouldn't have to jump just for that, but I could see how you could want that. You get what I mean? What else? Take control. So you got that camera, touch, zoom, click. All right, so we got that camera, additional little button on the side. Like I said, I think that's a good little feature to have. Is it something that you need? You don't, but it is a good feature to have. So it says, click to launch the camera app, click again to instantly take a photo. So you can just go straight to the camera from that button, and you're good to go. And then in video mode, you can start recording with that button. Now that's fire. And then a light press opens the camera control. So you got that action too. And then right here it says with a double light press, you can select another camera setting. That's fire. So that button is pretty useful for people who really dive into their iPhone cameras. That is a really good feature to have. So if you're somebody who solely shoots with your iPhone, or you want to take it to the next level, then I can see how you can want that feature in general. Obviously, it says new camera system, got a 48 megapixel Fusion camera. The 2-in-1 48 megapixel Fusion camera lets you take stunning super high resolution images or zoom in with the 2-time optical quality. 48 megapixels, come on, that's great. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Apple for throwing that in there, man. But 48 megapixels, that's good. You can crop in your photos. So when you take a photo, you can easily crop in and still have some good detail on your photo. So obviously that's going to always be a win. Anytime you get a little bit of a camera spec bump, it's always a win. You know what I'm saying? It's always a win. And you got the ultra wide camera. That's going to be a good win there. Spatial capturing. So bring a whole new dimension to your photos and videos. So with its realigned cameras, the iPhone 16 lets you take magical photos and videos in a whole new way using spatial capture. So you can relive those moments in an immersive 3D with the Apple Vision Pro. Now, I don't have an Apple Vision Pro, but for somebody who does have an Apple Vision Pro, I think that right there is going to be something that's cool that you can kind of use with your Apple Vision Pro, kind of run that side by side, take a few photos, I don't even know if you could do video where it says video, take a few photos and videos with that spatial, and then just kind of use it with your Apple Vision Pro. I can see how you could like that. You know what I mean? Audio mix, make your voice heard. Now this audio mix thing, now this would be something that if I was still solely shooting with my iPhone, or if I was somebody who was out here creating little short films and stuff like that with my iPhone, then this right here would be something that you would want. This would be a reason if you use your iPhone for anything content creation where you're recording and you're shooting these videos and doing like all this cinematic stuff, or you want to do like little short films and little short skits and stuff like that, then yeah, something like this audio mix, this is a feature to upgrade for. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody who doing that. So shouts out to everybody who's upgrading for that feature right there, who doing those short form videos, like them little short film videos and stuff like that. Yeah, that's going to be lit right there. Choose your photographic style, change it up. Okay, so we got that action. What else we got? lock in your look. So we've created new styles that let you dial in your exact desired look with more advanced skin tone rendering. So that's gonna be cool. Let's go ahead and scroll through a little bit more. What else we got? Make the most of your megapixels. Okay, we got that. Then we got the A18 chip. And yeah, here you go. So like, for instance, right here it says compare with the iPhone 12. Let's throw the 15 in here and see what happens. So the A18 chip is about up to 30% faster with 6-core CPU, up to about 40% faster 5-core GPU. So compare with the iPhone 15, you can see that difference. I mean, to me, that's not a huge difference. I mean, I can see that, 30% faster or up to 40%. Okay. But this phone is still fast. I'm telling you, it's still fast and it still works and it's still doing its thing on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? So even longer battery life, you'll need to recharge. You'll need to recharge before it will. Okay, so up to 27 hours of video playback and up to 22 hours of video on the 16 Plus. I'm sorry, you get 27 hours on the 16 Plus. And then on the just regular 16, you get 22 hours of video. That's good right there. It says snap on a new MagSafe charger for even faster wireless charging, up to 25 watts with a 30-watt power adapter or higher, enabling up to 50% charge in around 30 minutes. Okay, shouts out to them. So let's see. If you compare it to the iPhone 15, you get up to, on just the standard iPhone, you're going to get up to 2 more hours of video playback compared to the 15. So if I was to get rid of the 15 and get the 16, I'm going to average about 2 more hours of video. Okay, that's pretty good. Durable design. Obviously, the design is always good. I mean, you really can't deny Apple. Do I feel like they should change the design up? Yes and no, because I like the design. I've always liked the iPhone design. So I've never really felt like they need to do something different yet. I'm just one of those people who just use the phone for what it is, and the design, I like it. It looks good, and I'm good with it. And if I throw a case on it, I throw a case on it. You get what I mean? So the design, I think that's pretty good, man. And then these are the colors again right here. Action button, do more with less. So obviously the action button was introduced on the 15. I think it was like the Pro models. They did the action button. So I think it's now coming to the iPhone 16. So again, action button is something that I need on my device. No, I still like my little mute toggle switch right here. I guess I'm old school. I still like the little mute toggle switch, but I can see how you could, if you had like a 13 or a 14 or something like that, and you wanted to jump to the 16, that would be another good reason to want to upgrade, because you can take advantage of that little action button. So again, there's no real reason for me, honestly, right now, based off of everything I saw on the website and just kind of skimming through it, not trying to take it too serious, but just skimming through it real fast and just giving some little quick thoughts. I just don't feel like there's a reason for me to upgrade, enough of a reason to go from the 15 to the 16. But if I had something like a 12 or a 13, possibly a 14, then I can see how you could want to upgrade. Me personally, I got the 15 right now. I'll probably wait till maybe the 17 or the 18 before I upgrade, man. But if you're out there on the fence about doing it, man, are those features that they brought to the 16 compelling enough to upgrade? I will say, yeah, I could see how you could upgrade. I can always see how someone could upgrade their iPhone, because Apple always tries to do something new every single year. And for the most part, it always works out for them. You know what I mean? So if you got a 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, go ahead. If you got a 14, you could hold out a little bit longer and wait. But if you got a 15, then I would just go ahead and sit at the 15, man. And again, I didn't cover the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max because that is not the device that I buy when it comes down to the iPhone. I always stick with the standard iPhone, because the standard iPhone gets the job done 10 times over. So anyway, hopefully this video has been helpful to you guys in some way. And if you found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your man, Jay, and I'm going to get up out of here. Peace.